G'day fellas, and welcome to a little bit of Mongol madness. And you know what? Also welcome to a casted game. Spawning in over on this east side of the map, we've got Wham01, who is in the blue on the Mongols. Towards the north side, also playing as the Mongols, we've got the Mister. Ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 2 in your series between Wham and the Mister. This is a best of 7. We are currently in the grand finals for the Road to Red Bull Wallalol. A golden ticket is going to be going out today to one of these two players. The winner of this series, the winner of this set, will be going through to Heidelberg. They'll be looking to try and take part in a tournament where they've got the potential to win part of the prize pool of $300,000. That is quite a lot on the line here, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it unfolds. And let's talk a little bit about this spawns, because when it comes to Mongol mirrors, the one thing that sets them all apart is the spawn. And you got to say right now, Wham spawn is looking very, very juicy compared to his opponent. Now, one of the big factors is obviously that gold mine. It's not close enough. If it was right up against that TC, then you're starting to say, okay, actually, Mister's got a pretty decent spawn here. Uvu a little bit of a bad spot, but yeah, essentially what's going to happen here is both players probably going to need to play aggressive here. We do see that already a barracks going to be coming down for Mister. By the same token, I would expect that a barracks would be coming down back here for Wham, just simply because this gold vein, it's going to be in a bit of an open position. Now, obviously, one of the alternatives is that he looks to try and get down an outpost on this gold vein instead. But village are going to be coming out. It's going to be a Gur for him. So not going to be looking for early aggression here. Now, Mister is forced to do early aggression back on this other side. And speaking of that, we can actually see that we've got a cancellation on that barracks. And with that, the 25 gold, 25 wood, or 25 food rather, going over to Wham. So an early cancellation there, very, very sneaky as well, sending one arrow onto that barracks and then one arrow onto the villager. Gur now coming down as well for Mister, but you can see the difference between these two bases right now. The fact that you've got an Uvu so close to the town center and well protected, and then compare that to this Uvu, which is just very exposed, very open. And that's part of the reason why Mister was looking for this. And I'm curious as to why he didn't do that, because very easily could have been able to come forward 2 spears together with a villager and look to drop down an outpost, you know, somewhere around here. Maybe even thought about potentially looking to drop an outpost down here, an outpost over there. You guys know how these Mongol players are. They dropped an outpost absolutely everywhere, but not going to be the case today. Mister, unfortunately for him, that could be the difference between this game, because, as I mentioned, you know, if you don't play aggression in the early stages of the game, when you've got a spawn like this, what that means for a Mongol player is now all of a sudden you open yourself up to counterattack. So basically the best defense is a strong offense. That's the key when it comes to these Mongol mirrors. And so by this barracks getting scouted out, by being cancelled, it now takes away Mister's best defense, which was his offense in the first place. But Deerstone's now got to be coming down for Wham. Now keep in mind, we talked about this in the other series that we watched today, is that this trading post is actually right in the corner now. Look, hey, we're looking for a golden ticket to the grand finals right now. Do you think there's going to be a silver tree coming out from Mister? Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised to see it. But by the same token, he's got a very, very front Uvu, so probably not. We wait, we watch, we see. Early wheelbarrow going to be coming out for him, and geez Louise, isn't this a slow start for Mister? Surely there's no way he goes for anything crazy, but early wheelbarrow on the Mongols, and second Gur out already. Now, one of the things to note is that a lot of the civilizations here that look to put down these mills early, they've only got to put down a 50 wood mill. The Gur, 100 wood, but keep in mind it can move. This is a great thing that really makes the Mongols strong on this map, because essentially they've got a great mobility. So you can take that Gur and you can put it right here, collect all of this food up, and then you can move on down here. Chuck your Gur down right there. Bam, food. Next up, who do you want to... Let's take the deer. Gur in the middle. Next up, Gur over here. Grab some gold while you got it. You see what I mean? Like, you're just ping-ponging between all those resources with the Gur, so it makes a lot of sense. Other alternatives include things like the French, but interestingly going for the fish that's over here, and not just going for this fish here, which would have been a lot simpler, a lot easier. So Mister doing a little bit of a long distance, but we do see that wheelbarrow is coming through for him, but quite a late age up here. You can see the plan, and this is, I guess this is part of the issue, right? And this is what makes the difference at the top, is that you've got to have a plan when you come into these games. And I can't help but feel like Mister had a plan, and then his enemy got in his way, and that's a really big thing. One of the biggest mistakes I often make as a player is I let my enemy do what they want. I let them. I just sit on my side. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do 2 town centers. I'm going to get my Song Dynasty going. I'm going to have fun. Whereas in this situation, you can see here that already Wham has gotten out onto the map and forced his enemy away from those decisions and said, hey, you were going to go for an early barracks, but I'm going to come out here, I'm going to scout it, and then I'm going to stop it, and then not only that, you're going to cancel it, and I'm going to get myself the delicious bounty. So thank you very much for that. Speaking of delicious, Villager trying its best to escape back towards that town center. Going to be able to do it as well. We see the Scouting Hawk or Scouting Falcon going to get thrown down here as Double Horseman going to be coming out. Mr. fortunately going to be scouting that one out. We see an archery range going to be coming down as well. I don't know how he's got line of sight down here. And you know why he's got line of sight down here? Because we're looking at Wham, Drongo, you dickhead. But now Uvu going to be under threat. And remember, with this Uvu, this is something that we talked about earlier, is he's not going to be able to get this barracks out to this Uvu, because as soon as he tries to move out towards this Uvu, the Khan's just going to stand on top of it. The Horseman's going to stand on top of it, and he can't do anything about it. So he's going to have to commit right now to just a single barracks on the, without the Uvu. And with this outpost coming up already, I can feel this game heading one way, and that one way starts to look more certainly in the favor of Wham once again. So Wham winning the first game here is coming out to a strong start already. We can see a bit of a late age up coming through here for Mister. He's fallen behind that early rush. A lot of pressure came out, and now the second round of Horsemen going to be coming out here as well. We'll ride on board with Wham and see how he's doing, because it's going to be even more archers coming out for him. He's got six villagers on gold at the moment. That's a lot of villagers on gold for a man who's going so aggressive in the feudal age. So I don't know whether he's thinking about getting up to that castle age, but he's doing a lot of pressure at this early stage in the game, and this outpost as well going to be able to provide even more coverage here. I doubt that we'll actually see him go for arrow slits. I'd just be saving it for a springald. I mean, you can go for arrow slits, it's definitely going to be fine, but you're not going to be able to achieve much with that arrow slits. We do see it coming in, but remember, the arrow slit's not going to be able to deny these resources, not going to be able to deny these berries, not going to be able to deny much. It doesn't achieve anything apart from just having a little bit of longer range. Sure, you might attack this outpost, but whoop-de-doo, it's not much, but it's honest work. Wham looking very good. Now thinking about aging up, we can see he's really focused. No military units coming out for him. Just a handful, or just even two. We'll have a look. Hold on. Is it only two? No, 4 archers coming out for him. So he's moving out on the map a little bit. You can see him out here. Villagers actually going to get caught with their pants down, doing a little bit of a run by right now. I think he might have been thinking about dropping a tower down on the opposite side of the map. Instead, going to get caught, taken out, manages to spot out those four archers, and now Spearman going to be making his way out. And remember, it's a single Spearman. There's no double here. He doesn't have a partner. He never got to partner up because that Uvu, unfortunately, it got broken. So I almost feel like saying, you know what, mister, even though you got scouted with this barracks, just let it go. Just let it go. You play aggressive. It's fine. Because now we really start to see what's happening. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Your best defense is a strong offense as the Mongols in the early stages of the game. And now that Uvu's been lost. So with that 150 gold or 150 wood down the drain, in addition to that, your Mongol enemy getting the bounty over there, you don't have any ability to move in towards, any Uvu of yourself. And you can see, if we were looking, where is he going to put an Uvu down? Over here? Over here? Is he going to drop an Uvu here in the middle of the map? Over on this corner? No, there's literally no way he can do it. And this is where it all just comes down to spawn. So you can't help but feel like Mister might have been a little bit hard done by the spawn. But by the same token, I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles, isn't it? This is a $300,000 tournament that people are fighting to get into, but you know what? If they get done over by the spawn, then, well, that's just bad RNG, isn't it, boys? But, I mean, at this point in time, Wham playing absolutely out of his mind, so let's not discredit him. Let's not say, hey, Wham's not doing well. Wham's doing bloody well. Still no wheelbarrow for him, but that's okay. You wouldn't expect it on a Mongol tower rush, castle age sort of thing like this. Until a little bit later, but Age Up going to be coming through just shy of 9 minutes. Not a bad time for him, or just over 9 minutes, rather. You're going to be going up now. We'll check in over with the Mister and see how he's doing. It's going to be about the same time for both of these guys, but obviously, one of them's got an Uvu, one of them doesn't. One of them has got double production, the other one doesn't. One has got towers in the players in the enemy's base, and one doesn't. So you can see very quickly that the battle lines have been drawn, and a clear favorite has already begun coming through. Step it out, going to be thrown down here on the gold vein. Gur's going to be moving out as well. He doesn't need that bad boy anymore. You can get it on out of here, my friend. Get your Gur out of here. But now we see that plenty of food being collected over here for Wham. And just remember, he can very easily move out over onto the next deer patch, the next food patch or shorefish patch, or whatever you want to call those bad boys. 4 outposts coming up, though. We'll take a look and see whether he's got those emplacements coming through. Indeed, he does. Emplacements coming through on almost all of these. I'm not sure if this one here's got emplacements. I don't think we can tell. There's no real way to tell when there's units inside. Maybe we can count the arrows. Yeah, we did it. We did it. We counted the arrows. So there's 1 arrow that comes out. There it is. And then 4 arrows that follow from the 4 units inside. It's got its arrow. It's got his arrow slits. So Wham looking good at this point in the game. We'll ride on board with Mr. and see how he's doing as he... Oh my god, the secret forward proxy. Mr. once again going to be going for a proxy. Mr. loves these cheeky little proxies. And now, I mean, this is a great little spot for him because when we take a look at Wham, Wham's got no idea about it. Prayer Tank going to be thrown down for him. Stable going to be moving up towards the front of the Uvu. He's going to be opening with a double stable. Mister, behind the scenes, it's just going to be that barracks. So whether he goes for a double barracks, whether he goes for a triple barracks, whether he goes all in on Spearman, I don't know what his plan is at this point. But Scout's going to be coming out with the Khan together, looking to try and see what his enemy is up to. Now, there's no relics over on that side as well. So there is the potential that he actually just lets his enemy go grab all the relics and then just tries to kill him. It would be an absolutely big brain move if he could pull it off, but Mr. is going to be in a really hard spot here. The key here is just keeping this secret. If this gets found out, he's going to be in such a difficult spot. Uvu, not yet under attack, not yet scouted, but we do see Mr. has reached the second age, and Wham going to be looking to apply pressure, and now Wham, with a villager, or rather with an archer, going to be coming back towards this angle. Attack's going to be happening everywhere. Wham going to be trying and good game, just getting thrown out. I don't know exactly what it was that caused the good game to get called right there. He didn't get scattered out on this forward position. I didn't miss any raids, I don't think, but that's going to be it. Game number 2 over already. Game number 3 going to be coming right up, fellas. A little bit anticlimactic, but that's how these things go.